Welcome back and welcome to a very exciting announcement video. You might remember last year I did a reread of all the Shopaholic series novels in the run-up to the release of Christmas Shopaholic, and I did a reread of all the I Heart novels in the run-up to the release of I Heart Hawaii. Well, this year I have an exciting reread going on. This year I am going to be reading, not all rereads, some of these will be first time reads, all of Paige Toon's novels in the run-up to her new release, which comes out in May in the UK, and that is The Minute I Saw You. I'm very, very excited about this. I'm going to be hosting this read-along or rereadathon with my lovely friend Hayley, and we both have posted blog posts about this with all the information, which I will leave in the description box below in case you want to skip some of the stuff I'm saying here and just go right to the information. I will also leave all the dates and things that I'm talking about and links to the books in the description box, so you will have all the information there. You don't have to note anything down as I'm talking about this. So basically, starting on the 1st of February, we are going to be making our way through Paige Toon's novels, and a bit like I did with my Shopaholic series readathon, we're going to be posting on Instagram and Twitter a little discussion post every week. And then I'm also going to be linking a Facebook group, if that is your jam, where we can talk about spoilery things to do with the books, because I wouldn't want to give anyone any spoilers on Instagram or Twitter, but if we're already in a spoilery discussion Facebook group, it's okay to talk about spoilers there. So let me talk a little bit about each of the books. Now you know exactly how the read along is going to be working. The first book we're going to be reading, basically we're going to read them in order of release unless there are books that came out that are sequels to each other, and we're going to read any like novellas or short story sequels that go with the book in the same week as we read that book. The exception being the young adult novels that Paige released. We're going to read those after we've read everything, because two of the books and one of the novellas in the read along link into those books, and I know that not everyone rereading or reading these for the first time is going to be as into the young adult novels as Hayley and I. They might not want to read them, or it might be the case that you just want to read the young adult novels with us, so that's why we're keeping those separate. I don't have copies of all the books to show you, because some of these I have as audiobook, or some of them I have as an ebook. Some of them are ebook only anyway, but as we go through I will talk a little bit about each of the formats that I have these books in. So book number one, we're starting on the 1st of February. There's going to be Lucy in the Sky, which I have read before, and I'm really, really looking forward to rereading this one, because Paige does this wonderful thing where some of her characters come up in future novels. So I have seen Lucy again in future novels, so I'm looking forward to reading back and discovering her again for the first time, her origin story, if you like. Then the next week, on the 8th of February, we're going to be reading Johnny Be Good, and this one is one that I haven't read yet. I haven't read this one. And then the next week we're going to read the sequel to Johnny Be Good, which is Baby Be Mine, but we're also going to read Johnny's Girl, which is the short story novella. Why am I not showing you these? Here I have my copy of Johnny Be Good, which is a mass market paperback. It's very, very, very small print, but I think I also have an ebook copy of this one, so I'm excited for that one. And then Baby Be Mine I only have on audiobook, but Johnny's Girl and the extra scene is included in the bind up in One Perfect Christmas. So Johnny's Girl is in here, but you can also order it on ebook because that came out separately on ebook. Then moving forward to the 22nd of February, we're going to be reading Chasing Daisy. And then there is also a kind of short story sequel to Chasing Daisy called Daisy Says Goodbye, which is within this bind up here, One Perfect Christmas. Then on the 29th of February, the week beginning the 29th of February, obviously I know most of that is into March, we're going to be reading Pictures of Lily, which again is a reread for me, so I'm really excited about going back and meeting Lily again. And this one, I remember loving the travel so much, so I'm really excited about kind of traveling away and exploring other parts of the world again with Pictures of Lily. And then Lily also has a short story sequel inside of One Perfect Christmas called When Lily Met Alice, so I'm very excited about that one. And then another one which is going to be a first time read for me on the week beginning the 7th of March. I'm going to be reading One Perfect Summer. And One Perfect Summer has a novella sequel, which we will also read that week, called One Perfect Christmas, which, understandably so, is within the bind-up of One Perfect Christmas. So these two will be hand in hand the week beginning the 7th of March. Then on the 14th of March, let me find, I should have put these in the correct order. I think I've been thumbing through them for pictures. We're going to be reading The Longest Holiday, which is one of my signed Paige Toon novels, I think. Is it or is it not? I feel like I did get this signed. There we go. Yes, this one is going to be on the 14th of March, week beginning the 14th of March, and then it also has a short story sequel in called Laura's Longest Day, which is within One Perfect Christmas. So if you have this book or have downloaded this book, then you'll have all of the short stories and sequels and novellas. They're all in here. Then the one that comes next is definitely one of my signed books. Nope, that's a lie. I think I may have listened to this one on audiobook, but the 21st March is when we start reading 13 Weddings. And then inside of One Perfect Christmas, or as a standalone downloadable novella, we have A Christmas Wedding, which is kind of a sequel to 13 Weddings. Then this is my copy, but there is a beautiful new ebook cover copy, which I might link in for you. But then the 28th of March, we start The Sun in Her Eyes. I remember reading this one on a sun lounger, so I'm going to definitely have to try and find somewhere sunny to read this one. And there's no sequel to this one, it's just a single book week. Then, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this one. This one is, I don't have a finished copy of this one. I have the proof copy, but I think I have an audiobook copy of this one. So on the 4th of April, we begin The One We Fell in Love With. And then there is a sequel to this one called Rose's Big Night Out, inside of One Perfect Christmas. So two things that week, but I'm just kind of not ready for The One We Fell in Love With. It broke me. So good though. Then on the 11th of April, we move on to The Last Piece of My Heart, which again, this is my proof copy, but there is a sequel to this one. Bridget's Beach Proposal is in here. So we have two things to read that week. Then moving on to the 18th of April, another one which I have a standalone video review of already. This is 5 Years From Now by Paige Toon, which I gulped down in basically one sitting when I read this for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting it and seeing if I read it as quickly this time. I'm suspecting that I will. And then finally, of the ones that are released in terms of adult novels, we have If You Could Go Anywhere, which we will be starting to read on the 25th of April. Then if you are not joining us for the young adult novels, you'll get a bit of a break or if you are just jumping in, this is your starting point. On the 2nd of May, we have The Accidental Life of Jessie Jefferson. On the 9th of May, we have I Knew You Were Trouble, which is the sequel to Jessie Jefferson. And then the third in this trilogy, All About the Hype, we will be reading on the 16th of May. Now, those do cross over into the release date for The Minute I Saw You, but in the interest of giving everyone time to get their hands on this novel after it is released, that's why we're reading The Minute I Saw You at the very end of the read-along. So this takes us right up until the 23rd of May. It seems so long away, but I'm so excited about having one of these books in my life every week. So 23rd of May, we'll be reading the new release that we've been building up to, The Minute I Saw You, and I'm just so excited to read it. I love the cover for this one. I just think it's beautiful and so cheery and so like Paige Toon looking. So if you have any questions, please do leave me a comment on here, or you can get in touch with social media. All of those are always linked in the description box. As I say, dates and everything will be linked down below, and I will link my blog post where I go through all the details and have all the links for the books in the description box as well. I will leave a direct link to the actual blog post. Or you can get in touch with Hayley as well. She's all over social media just like I am, and by the time you're watching this, I will have set up the Facebook group, so I will leave that linked below as well. Please, please, please do consider joining us. It would be so exciting to have people to discuss these books with, especially the ones I haven't read yet. I didn't mention all the way through which ones I hadn't read, but basically if I own them, with the exception of One Perfect Summer, then I have read them. And I've read Pictures of Lily, and I've read Lucy in the Sky, because I did those on audio. But whilst I do own the 3 Jessie Jefferson novels, I haven't wanted to read them yet because I hadn't read Johnny Be Good and Baby Be Mine and Johnny's Girl, which lead into the Jessie Jefferson novels. So those are like sequels to those, but in young adult form. So I am so excited. I'm so pleased to finally be reading some of these that I haven't read yet. I'm really excited about rereading a lot of them, because Pictures of Lily and Lucy in the Sky I read when I first started blogging. So I probably read those in like 2011, 2012. So it's been a little while. And then the rest of them I read as they came out. So I'm just, yeah, really excited. So like I say, any questions, or if you are joining us, let me know in the comments. Make sure you are subscribed so that my next video lands in your subscription feed. It's been a little extra video this week with this announcement. All the information is linked down below. If you enjoyed this video, or if you are joining us, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you with my next video soon. Thank you so much for watching.